So when your dad asked you about that job opportunity, what was going through your mind right then?
Pretty pissed off. Just angry with him and wanting him to get out of my room. And just stop hassling me.
Were you having any other thoughts at that point?
Yeah, how do I get him out of the room?
So I want to help you identify some of the thoughts that you were having when you were upset. Right? How are you feeling right now?
A little angry, I guess.
But not like when you were at that point? I have an idea. Maybe this is something that we can do to help you feel a little more angry and notice that change in your mood.
You want me to feel worse?
Yeah, I think so. Just for purpose of helping you to identify the specific thoughts that you were having at that moment in time. And so one thing I like to do is what's called an imagery exercise, where I get you to close your eyes and kind of set the stage, describe the room that was going on, and kind of walk me through scene by scene what was happening with your father, and kind of get into it a little bit more.
Okay.
Now, do you understand the reason why we want to do that? What's the point?
You just want me to know how I'm feeling?
Exactly. So I want you to know how you're feeling, and when you have that change in mood, then you ask yourself what?
I don't think my mood changed. I mean...
Well, maybe it didn't in the story that you just told me, but if you close your eyes and get into it more, maybe you'll feel that shift in mood a little bit more, and then you would ask yourself what question?
Thoughts? What am I thinking?
What are you thinking exactly? That sounds great. So if you agree, I'd like you to close your eyes and kind of describe what was going on. Where were you when this happened?
I was in my room, sitting on my bed, just playing video games like I usually do, and it was in the evening, and I heard my dad come home from work. I heard the door open, and it wasn't like 3 minutes later, 4 minutes later, he barges into my room, and he was getting on me, you didn't follow up on that lead I gave you, did you? You know I wasn't, He knows I've been in there playing games all day and sleeping, so I don't know why he's on me about it. Just angry and tense, and just want him to get out.
And so what was going through your mind right at that point?
What does he want from me? Why is he on my case?
Anything else?
This thing, I don't know what he wants me. There's nothing I can do to get him to back off. There's nothing I can say that'll make him happy or not angry with me.
You have any other thoughts?
I just don't feel like I'm good enough. He's want me to get a job. Nobody's gonna hire me. I'm not gonna follow up on his leads and then deal with getting rejected. It just feels like I'm gonna feel like this forever. It was never gonna go away, and he's just yelling at me about it.
Okay, that sounds really good. Open your eyes, and I wrote down some of the thoughts that you were having here. Why is he on my case? There's nothing I can do to make him not angry with me. I don't feel I'm good enough. I'll feel like this forever. So of those 4 thoughts
more than
there?
I thought was
More than
there.
you thought, right?
Yeah.
So of those 4 thoughts, which is the one that's most upsetting to you?
I think right now there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can say, and it just feels like helpless.
So I'm going to put a star next to that thought. And maybe this is something we could talk about in more detail today. We call this identifying the hot thought. So you had a bunch, and pick out the one that's most upsetting to you, and then focus in on that particular thought.
Okay.
How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay.
So you think like there's something we can do about that?
I think so. Yeah. Before we get into talking about that particular thought, let me ask you what you thought of this exercise in general.
It was good. I guess kind of surprising.
In what way?
When I was talking about it before, it felt like it happened really fast. And it helped me slow it down a little bit.
So the exercise helped you slow it down.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I was having more thoughts than I
More thoughts than you thought I had?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else that was helpful?
I guess, I said I was like pissed off, but I was also feeling kind of sad when we went through it.
Right.
And when I started talking about that
So
stuff.
you were more angry and more sad than you thought?
Yeah.
Right. Remember the purpose of doing the exercise to start with, which was what?
To get these thoughts.
To get the thoughts.
Yeah.
And how do you know when to ask yourself the question of what's going through your mind?
When my moods change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so let's talk about this particular thought here, okay?
Okay.